Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back. I'm just excited to see your faces as you are to see mine. Now let's pretend that I didn't say that because I know damn well some of y'all about time, you been going home? I'm sorry. But am I though? Because look, let's keep it a buck. It's kind of been stressful. As you can tell, there's different scenery. I'm not sitting in no bland ass room no more. There's actually objects you could look at. Look at that soiled ass mattress on the floor. Soiled. So anyway, long story short, I've moved within the last couple of weeks. It's been very annoying, but now I'm finished with that. Now I'm gonna be staying here for a few months until I move to LA. So it's gonna be more hectic. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Oh, and before we get into it, damn, I'm ashy as hell, hold up. And before we get into it, no, I'm not gonna shave. I've actually grown to like this little beard that I have. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna look ugly. Doesn't look too bad. So I'm keeping it. Hop off my back. I ain't doing shit about it. Anyway, again, I do want to apologize. I know I've kind of been dragging on the summer a little bit, but you know, it's life. I really don't want to be that one YouTuber who's constantly just putting out bullshit videos to cover, you know, bills, but at the same time, I'm fortunate enough to have enough to where if I need to take a break to take care of life stuff, I can do that, you know, and come back. And hopefully people are still watching, because if this will get like 12,000 views, I'm deleting the channel. Anyway, a lot of you might be wondering, hey, Jason, what do you got in store for us today? Oh, I got a treat. Dr. Phil's still been on people's asses, and I've started to see a couple of things. As you guys know, back in June, we had a huge Black Lives Matter movement that is still going on to this day. And you know, there's a lot of Karen, you know, roaming the street, a lot of, how can I put, Caucasian descent. Not all, you know, some of my white friends, they the best I've ever had. Very good at parties, you know, just very good. But some of the older folks, you know, people who damn near skin rashing up, you know, have been complaining a lot, you know, about things that ain't even a damn business, if I'm being 100. So I guess Dr. Phil, a few months back, ended up interviewing a grandmother who called the police officer on a 6-year-old child. Now, what did the 6-year-old child do? I don't know. So we're gonna, you know, check it out together. Hopefully you guys can get a snack, enjoy this. It's hot as shit in this room. Like, come on now. Damn, it's like y'all don't know what the air conditioning is for. If any of you are new to this channel by any chance, feel free to subscribe. Hopefully you guys end up enjoying this video, and yeah, let's just get right into it. So like I said, you can get a snack because I don't know how long this is gonna be. You know how Dr. Phil just be talking. Oh, I also do want to throw out there's gonna be 2 separate clips, so if you get tired of me talking, you damn near should have clicked the video in the first place. Some of y'all be ungrateful as a mother. Anyway, let's hop right into it.
When my daughter and her husband kicked me out of the house, I stayed at a motel for 5 days, and then I didn't have any money left, so I had to leave the motel. For the last 4 months, I've been homeless. Since being homeless, this is my home. This is my car, Sylvia.
It look like she got an attitude. I'm not gonna lie, if she trying to have this energy the whole damn interview, she can miss me with it. Cause look, I understand a lot of these people be coming with the most random of circumstances, but you're on the television. You're the one who's on the show. So to be homeless, to be on that program, is a big gap. I'm just letting y'all know, it's kind of a big gap.
I've been living out of my car. Everything I need is right in here. On this side, I have my purse. I have my grocery store down here, blankets and a pillow. I have a bag down here that has my toiletries, and then I have all these plastic garbage bags.
She's talking about a grocery store, bitch. That's on the bottom of the car. Let's keep it realistic. Cause you out here snitching on 6-year-olds, and for what for? What reason? Don't anybody... Like she got an Aldi in her shit, miss.
Never in my whole life thought I'd be living out of my car, especially at my age. I get up in the morning and I go someplace where I can get a cup of coffee. I've been to a truck stop to take a shower and they charge $12. It's been a week since my last shower.
Not even the fact that she roaming around musty, that's a different topic. $12 to take a shower at a truck? I didn't even know that was a thing. Are you serious? Dang, so all them truckers who, I be driving past the Oasis and they just be lined up off the freeway. So if they ain't got their own washcloth, they just gonna walk around soiled like that? That's a little distasteful. I'm like, so I mean, I still do gotta keep in mind, she said she was homeless. So if you went a week without showering, because showering was 12 buckaroos, I damn near I could relate, because look, it's a lot of money. You know how much $12 could get you? She could have went in that grocery store and stacked up. But again, you know, these are the circumstances she now has to live in. Off topic, but look at this desk. So I recently brought a desk. Look at that. We put the nail in there, and the bitch went through the whole thing. Now I gotta get a new one of that. I'm just frustrated at the moment.
I feel like I smell even though I use deodorant every day. Most of the time I will drive to a library. I spend a lot of time in libraries because I can charge my tablet. For the evening, I'll park in a parking lot from a motel put my keys in my purse so nobody sees them. I do this because I have to do it. I fear that the rest of my life will be spent living out of my car. Janine and Nathan know that I'm homeless. I feel like they've written me off.
Now, before Dr. Phil starts talking, hopefully, you know, how can I explain this? Hopefully a lot of you guys who are subscribed tend to be kind of biased when it comes to certain stuff that, you know, I watch with you all. Because I'm the type of person who, I'm very open-minded. I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, giving her the most pity, like, oh, the car. But at the same time, we don't know what this lady has done or did in her life to get to this position. Everybody's life is different. So to keep it on the real note, I really don't know. But she said that was a grocery store when she had 2 bags of Doritos. That still ain't make no sense. I'm just saying.
You've been listening to everything so far.
Yes, I have.
Why did they throw you out?
I was very uncomfortable with the condition of the house.
And yet you did nothing to help those conditions.
Well, let me ask here, because
She didn't have to roll her eyes all like that. I feel like this is gonna be extra. They're gonna sit up here and fight and complain over it. Cause some of these white people just be when the camera say action, they do the absolute most. I'm still gonna shush. I'm gonna still shush.
I understand that there was an agreement when you moved in, that you guys discussed this. It wasn't just like you just fell in one day.
Correct.
You actually had an agreement that you would pay $600 a month in rent, $50 for cable, so you would pay a total of $650 in cash, and then you would help with childcare and house cleaning.
When I first moved in, that house was in deplorable condition. There was always food on the floor. When I first got there, I did laundry for 8 hours.
Wait, so if you're telling me she's talking about the workload that was given to her, I mean, it's still kind of the agreement. I understand. Even as bogus as that may sound, like if someone's allowing you to live with them and they're like, well, I need you to do this, that, and that. If you don't do it, I mean, it's their place. You see what I mean? So I understand why they would be upset. And you know why she ended up having to leave and become homeless, but still, it's like, did they really have to give her all that? But then again, I don't know what the lady like. We're gonna find out. Because again, these sales be jumping through the roof. Motherfuckers will sit up here and lie for Showtime views. Get out of my face.
Stuff would get spilled on the table or on the floor, and it would stay there for 2 or 3 days until somebody decided to finally clean it up.
Why did you not do that? Why not pitch in and clean up?
I tried.
You said the kids complained about bug bites.
They would come into me every day. Oh, Oma, I have a bug bite here.
You said you thought it might be cockroaches.
It might be. The cockroaches were all over the place.
But you say you did not call Child Protective Services.
I did not call. I asked them, please don't call. Please
They're
don't
a
call.
mandated reporter. They have to report. That's literally what that means.
I mean, but look, sweetheart, if there's cockroaches in the crib, that's already a first red flag. I'm not gonna stay in that bitch at all. I've seen a cockroach in real life. Them hoes are nothing to play with. At all. That shit's disgusting. But to me, you know, their grandma is just really giving a rundown of everything, I guess, that went on in that house. Janine and the other dude or whoever else, I'm surprised they really haven't jumped in, because you could tell if something was true on their end. You know how many times they probably would have interrupted her and jumped in like, no, that's a lie, that's a lie. It happens all the time, especially if you're that frustrated about something that you know someone else is lying about. Obviously, I would understand if they're trying to sit there and just be respectful, but if somebody's sitting there lying on my name, I'm gonna say shit. I'm gonna talk. What does it look like having you sit up there lie on TV for me? That shit's wild.
And when they showed up the next day, I was very distraught. My grandchildren are very important to me. My family is very important
They're
to
very
me.
important to you. Have you asked how they are over the past 4 months? Have you? Have you even texted asking how one of those children are?
I have texted you.
You have not texted me and asked me how my children are, how I am, how my husband is. None of that has happened, Liz. None of that.
I'd feel some type of way too. My mom not texting me and checking up on me, even if she got kicked out the crib. At the end of the day, these are both grown adults. So whatever goes down at the end of the day is up to your decision making. I don't care how life twists and turns. If you were somebody who really wanted to make it better for yourself, you would go out and do that. Some people don't go out and do that. But no, that was the first clip. They explained enough, but not too much. Let's just see how she called the cop on a 6-year-old. That's where the title really comes in, because if she's just sitting up here, if we're just gonna sit up here and have to play devil's advocate the whole time, this shit is sold. I don't even want to watch it.
My 6-year-old granddaughter loved to play games on my cell phone. One day, my phone was missing. My granddaughter would not give me my phone back, and Janine would not tell her to give me my phone.
Liz told my 6-year-old that she was going to call the police and have her arrested. When the police officer realized that nothing was going on, he said, "Have a nice day," and left. At this point, my children have all told me that they don't want to have a relationship with their grandmother, and knowing how my mother acts and how dramatic she is, I don't blame them.
Girl, what the fuck you ain't get your phone for? That's something to call the police officers for? That don't make sense to me. A 6-year-old? That cop probably came over here and Shorty was digging in her nose the entire time. I low-key kind of did. That's a little gross. But nowadays, people will call the police on you for anything. I could stand outside at the edge of my driveway and just look around, and somebody could look out the window and think I'm suspicious and call the police. The police would come, see me, and then question the shit out of me trying to find out stuff that didn't even go down. It's a little frightening. Let's just keep it going. Oh man.
You called the police on a 6-year-old because he wouldn't give you your phone back?
I didn't call the police on a 6-year-old because she wouldn't give me my phone back. I called the police because my daughter refused to have her daughter return my phone. She knew exactly where it was.
I didn't know where it was. I had asked her several times, give Alma her phone so that she'll leave the room and you can just stay in here with me. And you scared her, you terrified her. She literally told me she does not want to see you because you called the police on her.
Sheesh, and as a 6-year-old, that's something that easily could be traumatizing, I'm not gonna lie. But you see what I mean about the devil's advocate? Because we only know so much about them, but at the same time, apparently the grandma has put their family, her daughter's family, in positions that they didn't even want to be in. So, it's unfortunate. I feel bad, that the grandma has to go through what she's going through and she's homeless. She's in her car, this, that, and the third. But she sounded like she complained a little bit. She complaining a little bit about the stuff that was going on, so it's beyond me. Just saying.
You called the cops on a 6-year-old?
I didn't call.
Yes, you did. Now, don't play semantics with me. You called the cops on a 6-year-old.
I wanted my phone, Dr. Phil. She had looked on my phone. She had read through all my text messages. I told them it's not an emergency.
But you called 911, which is an emergency number.
I really don't want to argue with you about it. It's just,
Well, I wouldn't either if I were you.
I don't want to argue about it.
Oh, good old Dr. Phil. He always know what's up. She did it. She called the cops on 6-year-old. That's crazy. As an officer, I wouldn't even want to waste my time. I probably wouldn't have showed up. Well, no, that's kind of how you get fired, but I wouldn't have showed up. Like, that's a grown woman. If you don't snatch your phone, I don't care if it's a 6-year-old, get your shit back. Go sit up there and call the entire police officer. So what they do for 10, 20 minutes, wait. Just sat there. I miss my cell phone. Get up, Susan Boyle, get up.
I mean, come on. I mean, I'm just talking about common sense here. If you guys are living in a place that is really a bad mess.
Well, let me ask you this, Dr. Phil. If she thought it was so deplorable,
Why'd she even move in?
and then why did she complain when we asked her to leave?
Well, let me ask you this question. Why is the house in such bad array to begin with?
It's not. It was in a mess because I was not feeling good at the time. But under normal circumstances, it's not.
I don't know. I mean, Dr. Phil obviously is in a better position than I am in terms of, seeing both sides. Girl, if you had roaches in the crib, you had roaches quarreling in the crib. Personally, I wouldn't have wanted to see them at all. I'm not gonna lie, she kind of gave a really good excuse, but at the same time, if I'm seeing creepy crawlies, never would have stepped foot in. I know what a roach house smell like any day. Shit smell like spoiled mayonnaise.
Now, come on, don't try to defend the
No, I'm not trying to.
indefensible.
I'm just trying to defend.
I'm just trying to be reasonable. There's two sides to
Absolutely.
this, and if the place is a pigsty, it's a pigsty.
Yeah, no, and again, it wasn't the best situation. Again, I was working. I was coming home after work, helping out as much as I could. We had a 13-year-old who, after school, she was helping. And again, we had another person in the house who was supposed to be helping, but wasn't pulling their weight. Liz likes to always be the victim in a lot of situations. What will happen is she'll make up a situation, such as, again, she didn't call the police, yet she just admitted she called the police.
I don't know. Because even if her daughter and, her husband or whatever are off the hook, at the same time, if your crib was a mess, that kind of gives her a reason to talk the way she was talking. And Mr. Fella right here kind of talking a little too fast for my understanding. Who is he, Trisha Paytas?
Excuse me, you're helping you're so shy, I'm looking shy.
His WPM probably about 400 words a minute. Slow down.
She always comes up with these stories and somehow is the victim of these situations that she creates herself.
Gotcha. I'll get to that in a minute. Now answer my question.
Yes, sir.
Why are you raising 4 children in a house that is in such disarray? You weren't feeling good? Got it. There are a lot of other people in the house, and you weren't an invalid.
And Dr.
And
Phillips.
I have had my discussions with Nathan about it too. So I mean,
And you weren't helpless, right?
no, I still got up and cooked dinners and took care of the kids and
cleaned up the roaches? False. You didn't clean up shit. Not the roaches. Because Dr. Phil wouldn't be bombarding you with the same question as to why was the house the way it was. And here they are trying to loop around the subject like, girl, they probably had maggots in some pots too. You never know. Some people's houses will look lovely on the outside, but soggy as shit as soon as you walk through the front door. So you really,
Here's the problem I've got. And listen, this is just common sense. And I see a lot of stuff sitting up here.
Sure.
And you guys are calling in the government to your family. You don't want to be doing that.
yeah. And that's exactly why we'd had enough with Liz.
Oh, I don't know. This family is just dysfunctional as a bitch. I'm sick of it. I feel like they're both in the wrong. If you genuinely want to ask me, like, oh, how do you feel about it? I feel like they're both in the wrong. But at the same time, you never know what people's families are going through. There's so many people who just be having so much BS go on. It's tiring. I don't know. I'm very grateful for the family I have, and there's not really too much drama or nothing going on. But some people are just in less fortunate positions, I guess. I don't know. How'd you guys feel about it? If anyone wants to comment, complain, do whatever, let me know in the comments. I'll try and respond and read some of you guys' comment. But either way, this is gonna be the end of this video, unfortunately. Again, I do apologize for not being as consistent as I really wanted to be within these last 2 months, but you know, life. I'm really at a stable position now where I could knock out a lot more videos. So again, if you guys want more, feel free to follow my Instagram. You know, like some pictures, share some love, and I don't know, DM me whatever you guys want. But there is a catch though. I've been having a big problem with people sending me a DM with the whole paragraph attached to the link they want me to check out. Just separate it. Just send a link by itself, then tell me what you want to say, or either tell me what you want to say and then send the link. Stop adding it, because then this is more work for me. I'm stressful. Either way, that's gonna be it. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I kind of look blue in this light, I'm not gonna lie. I look good though. But that's gonna be it for me, and until my next video, I will see you guys later. Get out of my face.